What's up everyone, this is FP6 bringing you some more Go Battle League battles. In this video, all of the battles that you will be seeing were taken from my final sets of Kanto Cup a couple days ago. However, I kind of wanted to, in this video, at least in the intro here, kind of talk about my thoughts for the Catch Cup and what I'm most likely going to be doing this week. This is totally subject to change, as I really haven't totally solidified like in my mind how I want to handle this week with the Catch Cup. But just a little background. So I've been doing PvP for a long time, pretty much when it came out. I have done Sylph tournaments since the beginning pretty much, and so when it comes to Pokemon that I have built for all the different leagues, I'm pretty well set, especially in Great League. Most of the Pokemon, if not almost all of the Pokemon within Great League, I already have made, and I have really good IV spreads on almost all of my Pokemon because I've spent a lot of time, grinding catches, running simulations on which IV spread is the best for those particular Pokemon, and so I already have a lot of these Pokemon built. So my personal thought behind this Catch Cup is that it really is not going to benefit me at all. Most likely, it's actually, if I were to invest in Pokemon for this cup, it would actually be wasted Stardust. In my case, because most, again, almost all of the PvP Pokemon that I have built are already the best in their class. They're already amazing IV spreads. And so if I were to drop dust and invest Pokemon for this Catch Cup, I would not see a huge return on my investment. The amount of time that it takes me to do one set of Go Battle League versus me spending that same time and actually going out and just grinding dust. I would obviously get way more dust for that. So personally, I'm not super into this Catch Cup this week. I will try to get some footage for you all to focus on some Catch Cup battles for this week, maybe from some of my patrons. I've been trying to complete a set of Catch Cup battles on my own account for a while now, and it's just very hard for me to find battles. I feel like less and less people are playing this week as well, so my queue times are very long. So far, I've only been able to play one set of the Catch Cup so far, and the rest of it I've just been sitting in the queue for a long time. What I have done for the Catch Cup is I have built 3 Pokemon that I didn't already have built. So I built a Whimsicott. It is running Charm, because I didn't have one of those built already, and Cottonies are spawning everywhere. I built a Snorlax for Great League, and it actually gave a lot of use to me in the Kanto Cup as well, so I'm able to use that. And then I built a Wailord. Wailord is not that great. It does beat like Galarian Stunfisk and Skarmory and has some other niche matchups, but I didn't have one built, and I caught a Wailmer within the last when season 5 started. So I built a Wailord. I've only done one set so far. It's kind of hilarious battle, so I will be bringing you that when I'm able to get another set done with the Catch Cup. But I know this is a very kind of controversial week, and anytime I express my disinterest with a particular meta or something, the comment section is just filled with, "Oh my gosh, all you content creators, all you do is complain, blah blah blah." You know what? As a content creator, I have the right to kind of voice my opinion and voice my thoughts on how I feel about certain things. And I hope that you all out there appreciate the honesty that I provide with this channel. If I don't think something is that great, I'm not going to be up here and say that it's great if I personally don't think it's great. It's the same thing with sponsorships. I get approached by a number of different companies and sponsorship opportunities, and if I don't feel like the product or the contract is good, then I just turn them down. I'm not out here selling out. This will always be an open and honest channel here. But with this Catch Cup, yeah, I'm personally just not that motivated to really grind out these battles this week. With season 6 right around the corner, season 6 of Go Battle League is going to be amazing. I am so excited. First of all, this airplane thing that I've been doing, turning my phone on airplane mode and staying on the Wi-Fi, has totally changed my gameplay. I'm finally able to play the game with very minimal lag, and it is so refreshing to know that when I lose because of my own mistakes or because of bad team comp or unfortunate team comp there. So really glad that is fixed. But season 6 is looking like it's going to be a very long season. We have like 24 ranks. Niantic also, increased the level cap to 50. So we're going to be able to power up our Pokemon to level 50, even probably level 51 with the best buddy boost. And the dust requirement is going to be insanely steep. So again, for me personally, I like to preserve resources as much as possible, and I don't spend dust on something unless it provides me with value. And so for this catch cup, there's really nothing that I could invest in right now that's going to provide me with long-term value. And so I'm just going to take it easy, maybe get some battles in when I'm able to. But other than that, I'm definitely just going to try to have a chill week. I know with my live streams, I'll probably be doing practice battles with viewers for the majority of it. I might come up with some sort of a tournament format or something fun like that. It's also Thanksgiving week, and so I have the week off from work. For those of you that don't know, I do teach music lessons, and I work in the public schools as well, teaching percussion lessons to all age groups. And I have the week off this week, so it's kind of nice to just enjoy some downtime here. But I do obviously want to continue to bring you all content. So let me know in the comments section what you would be interested in seeing. I'm participating in a Marsh Cup tournament still, and I will have that tournament recap video at the end of the month, most likely. Are you interested in seeing some fun auto-rect battles? Are you interested in maybe me making another like advanced PvP mechanics guide this week? Let me know in the comments section for sure. And just continue to understand that, anytime a content creator voices their opinion, I try to voice my opinion constructively and not just sound like a big whiner or complainer the whole time. And I hope you all do appreciate that. But I know that there's still going to be people just ripping me apart in the comments. Oh my gosh, all you do is complain. Let me know how you feel about the Catch Cup and what you're planning on doing. I know for a lot of people out there that maybe don't have a lot of these Great League Pokemon built already, this is a great opportunity for you to build those Pokemon and kind of have a competitive edge against most people like myself that might be taking it a little bit easier this week. But in all honesty, I am still very surprised that Niantic even has a leaderboard this season for Go Battle League. I was definitely under the impression that this season was going to be a little bit more chill, a little bit more relaxed, especially with them having like the Little Cup the first week, which kind of seemed like a meme, although it ended up kind of shaping itself out to be somewhat interesting other than, Bronzor being completely busted strong. Kanto Cup, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I also loved Halloween Cup. Even Flying Cup provided their own interesting metas. I really loved the Kanto Cup. Gave me lots of opportunities to try different team comps and different ideas there. But I was definitely under the impression, and maybe this is just my mistake, that this season was going to be a little bit more relaxed. They have hidden our MMR rating from us, so we don't actually know what our rating is unless you get on the leaderboards, and then you're only able to see it when it updates for the day. So it kind of seems contradictory. Why would you hide our rating but have a leaderboard? The leaderboard causes people to play really try hard and try to climb. Hiding their ratings just doesn't really make sense if you're gonna have the leaderboard. So I'm still kind of unsure of why they're doing that. And I know for me personally, like when there is a leaderboard, it really kind of puts this pressure on me to play to my utmost ability and try my best there and try to climb. But with these, kind of wild metas. I kind of would have liked maybe in this last week if they gave us the opportunity to choose between the 3 different metas, like choose between Little Cup, Kanto Cup, or Catch Cup, because I would love to just play another week of Kanto Cup. Really enjoy the Kanto Cup. By the way, this team that I'm using, Hypno, Snorlax, and Blastoise, was a lot of fun in these last couple sets. I'm using my shiny sunglasses Blastoise right there, which doesn't have the best IVs. I later switched to my rank 1 Blastoise, which does have better IVs. But again, let me know in the comments section how you feel about Season 5 in general, how you feel about the Catch Cup. It is such a controversial topic to bring up, this Catch Cup, man. And people can approach, when you have a different opinion than them with so much hostility and just like, I don't know. I feel like everyone just needs to take a chill pill a little bit and, respectfully listen to others' opinions when they voice their opinions, and just understand that you can disagree with someone and not just try to rip them apart. Like, try to see from where they're coming from. I know a lot of people, that didn't have Pokemon built, they're actually excited for this week. I've been watching a lot of Twitch live streams and YouTube videos, and I've been seeing what people are running. There's still a good amount of Azumarill out there. There's a lot of Galarian Stunfisk still. Skarmory is everywhere. These are very meta, try-hard Pokemon. Like, a lot of people are running this. There's a lot of double charm lines out there. So there are a lot of people out there that are still trying to climb the leaderboards, still really going full gusto for these Catch Cup battles, and more power to you. That is totally fine. If you want to invest the resources in building these meta Pokemon, you will most likely perform better than those of us that are opting to take it more casually, like myself this week. There's almost no way that my team of Whimsicott, Snorlax, and Wailord can compete with a very hyper meta double move stacked team, and that's okay. If you do, spend the resources, you will perform fairly well this week. That is for sure. But for me personally, going to be saving my resources. I know those level 50 Pokemon are right around the corner. Season 6 is right around the corner. So once again, let me know in the comments what you would like to see this week content-wise. And I'm just going to commentate over these final battles here. From my Kanto Cup battles. They were really, really fun. I think Snorlax is an amazing safe swap, which is why I'm also running it for the Catch Cup. Unfortunately, against this Poliwrath, it's not great, and Dynamic Punch is just enough to take me out. Here's the thing with Poliwrath. It is very, very bulky. So I bring out my Hypno, and these Confusions, unfortunately, are just not taking this Poliwrath out fast enough. Oh, man, I get hit by an Ice Punch, which is terrible. I was worried that this Poliwrath might have Hydro Pump, so I just throw Ice Punch immediately, or they throw Ice Punch, and unfortunately I shield it. Out comes the Sand Slash. I immediately switch into Blastoise, so Blastoise does have Water Gun and Hydro Cannon, which is Hydro Cannon is a direct upgrade from Surf, and then Ice Beam for some coverage against Grass types there. You can see the Water Gun damage is really adding up here. And then right here, I stupidly overtap. I should have just thrown the Hydro Cannon there, because since my Blastoise was such terrible IVs, it did not survive that Rock Blast. And I think that was the final game that I used my swag Blastoise, the shiny with sunglasses, and opted for the better IV ones, because that was easily a winnable game there. Unfortunately, I overtapped, and then my IVs did not allow me to survive. So I have 2 Pokemon that beat Alolan Marowak, so there's no point in me staying in that opening matchup there. This Wigglytuff matchup, I think the first couple of times I run into it, Snorlax versus Wigglytuff, I kind of play it stupidly. Maybe in this format right here, I played a little bit better. You should just go straight Body Slam. Because I tend to throw like superpower towards the end here, and then that's like not that great. But I'm gonna bring out my Hypno to Confusion this down, and Hypno with loaded energy is going to be able to threaten Alolan Marowak a little bit better in the end game. This is a person that is opting to run Double Charm team, Alolan Marowak, and then Double Charm in the back. In the Kanto Cup meta especially, Double Charm was kind of busted strong, but thank goodness my opponent did not shield that first Hydro Cannon. And so I'm going to be able to farm down with Hypno. Now I was thinking that this was going to be a Psyshock here, so I didn't shield. Kind of a bad move on my part, but honestly saving both shields for whatever this Marowak is going to throw at me is a safer play. And now here it's very tempting to bait, but the safest play is just go double Shadow Ball. There's no need to bait here. I know that I'm going to have enough energy to get to both Shadow Balls, and as you can see, if I would have baited and my opponent would have called it, that provides me with a lose condition. So definitely Shadow Ball, double Shadow Ball was the play there. Out comes Rapidash here in the lead. So Incinerate, again, is a 5-turn fast move, generates energy very fast. Drill Run is slightly cheaper than Flame Charge. And so I'm going to throw this Thunder Punch. I get a shield. Rapidash is very glassy. So I think I'd let this one go through because I know I can survive. And then I'm going to throw this Thunder Punch because Confusion is a 4-turn move and Incinerate is a 5-turn move. This allowed me to throw my Thunder Punch before the Rapidash could get to a move. I'm able to get some Thunder Punch chip damage off here, which is really nice. I think this is someone with a Shadow Victory Bell in the back, if I remember correctly. So I bring out Blastoise. There's the Shadow Victory Bell. I really think that Razor Leaf needs a slight nerf in its damage. Just gonna be honest here. Normal Razor Leafers, if this was a normal Victory Bell, it wouldn't be as bad. But Shadow Razor Leafers are just, the Shadow bonus on Razor Leaf is absolutely overpowered. Even when it's hitting for resisted damage, it's just too strong. It's too strong. I really think that Razor Leaf needs a rework because the Shadow bonus is just absolutely OP there. But good game to my opponent. This is an interesting lead here. So Confusion and Volt Switch both are the same turn duration, 4 turns, and Alolan Raichu, they typically run Wild Charge, and typically what I found that they like to do is stack back to back. So that takes 6 Volt Switches to do. So I'm trying to throw my move to align with their back to back there, but unfortunately they make a really nice catch onto their Alolan Muk here. I'm going to bring out my Blastoise because all I need to do is hit this with 1 Hydro Cannon and then farm down. I no shield the Dark Pulse because I know I can survive it. And then another instance of me stupidly over tapping. And so I have to commit a shield here that I didn't have to originally. So I'm going to undercharge this and to get a little bit more Water Gun farm, but it still was too much to take it out. That was a bad play. Out comes the Raichu. I am able to get to this Hydro Cannon, which is really nice for me. And then I'm just going to let this get farmed. I'm going to bring in Hypno, I think, to just absorb this damage. Yep. No shield. And then I'll come in with Snorlax and farm it down. I know this is going to be another Wild Charge. This thing has so much energy. I have to shield. And in the back is a Blastoise. So in the no shield scenario, Snorlax should be able to handle this because I will be able to throw 2 Body Slams before Blastoise can throw 2 Hydro Cannons. So I'm going to throw these Body Slams. And then this should be just enough to take out the Blastoise. And that Alolan Raichu is not going to be able to get to another move, just barely. Very close game there. Good game. Hypno into, okay, Hypno mirror match, and it's safe to assume that they are also running Shadow Ball. So in these mirror matches, I always try to sneak in an extra Confusion. So I'm tapping my phone as fast as possible. I'm actually using both thumbs there. Because if they don't successfully do a fast move denial, man, I even tried to do fast move denial there, and for some reason it did not work. So they are 1 Confusion ahead of me, which is really bad for me. So I switch into Snorlax, hoping that I would catch a Shadow Ball. That is not the case. I know this is going to be a Dynamic Punch. 1 Dynamic Punch does not take out a Poliwrath, and it's very a Snorlax, and it's very difficult to Mudshot down a Snorlax. So they're going to have to commit more energy here. And I know that when I bring my Hypno back in, I'm going to be able to get some more Confusion farm. Let's see what they throw here. They throw a Ice Punch. So I know that they do not have Hydro Pump. So I don't have to commit any shields with my Hypno. I don't even get hit by another move, which is good for me. Out comes their own Hypno. I'm just going to throw the Shadow Ball immediately. They do get another Confusion in, which is not great. But I get my Confusion back. They're still ahead of me on energy for sure, though. I had to try to call a bait. That was a fail. That was a big fail. Definitely should have shielded there, because now I have to shield this, and I can't even Water Gun this Hypno down because it's just way too tanky. So I'm in a terrible spot here. Oh my gosh, I farm up as much energy as I possibly can without getting hit by a Thunder Punch. Down goes the Hypno. In the back is a Pidgeot. And I throw this Ice Beam. This is where Ice Beam's kind of nice. Man, there is a case to be made that I might have gotten to 2 Hydro Cannons. There is a case to be made there, because 1 was not enough, or 1 Ice Beam was not enough. I don't know. Okay, Dragonair lead. I definitely have to stay in this matchup. The Dragonair gets to an Aqua Tail right around the time that I throw 3 Confusions. I'm just going to go straight for the Shadow Ball here. I felt like this was going to be an Aqua Tail, so I let it go. I'm just going to take this to the no shield scenario and see what happens. They let it go. So this allows me to Confusion it down. I win the lead. My Blastoise gets to avoid that. Out comes Golem. Just going to stay in here, chunk this as much as possible. They throw a move here. Man, it's so tempting to shield this, but I know I'm going to get farmed down anyway, so I just let it go. I think I actually bring in Blastoise here, because the Water Gun damage is really adding up. And I know that they have to go for Wild Charge, which is going to debuff themselves. So they throw that. They're staying in. I'm able to farm it all the way down, and we will never know what's in the back. Good game. Hypno into Wigglytuff. This isn't that bad. And obviously Snorlax needs to avoid that. So I'm going to switch Snorlax onto this Alolan Muck here. I was a little bit slow. This Alolan Muck has like a 1 Snarl advantage. I do successfully shield up the Sludge Wave, which is the higher energy cost move. Over farming here a lot, potentially trying to bluff an Earthquake. I get the shield back there. I saw Wigglytuff in the lead. That's still somewhat of a neutral matchup for Blastoise as well. So I'm kind of having to decide here whether switch advantage is important or shield advantage is important. The opponent gives up switch advantage there again, so Wigglytuff is now going to be stuck against my Hypno. My Hypno gets to avoid the Alolan Muck. This is great. Going to throw this Thunder Punch here. I have back-to-back Thunder Punches. It's not enough to take it out, and I'm able to Confusion it down. That's really great. I'm anticipating the Alolan Muck to come back in. It is the Alolan Muck, so I'm going to throw this Thunder Punch immediately. What is in the... They shield, which is very interesting. At this point, I'm just going to let it go. And bring in the Blastoise to start farming. It's an Aerodactyl in the back, so these Water Guns are just absolutely melting this thing, and that Hydro Cannon would have one-shotted it there. Good game. Hypno to Machamp, this is the dream lead. But it's kind of an interesting scenario here. So they bring in Lapras. I don't have a direct response to this. But obviously, I want my Hypno to maintain alignment with the Machamp. They shield right there. So then I'm just going to bring in my Snorlax, really hoping that this isn't a Skull Bash, but it is a Skull Bash. That's very bad for me. So at this point, I'm thinking, okay, maybe it was a mistake to get hit by the Skull Bash, so maybe I just try to take the shield advantage here. So I'm going to let this Surf go through, and they farm me down, which is not great, but I'm going to get a hefty farm with Blastoise here. I just have to avoid getting hit by a Skull Bash. Shame on me, I wasn't counting fast moves here. I was interacting with my Twitch chat, and so that was a mistake of a shield for sure. Out comes the Machamp again. I'm going to throw this Hydro Cannon. And I'm going to switch in my Hypno. Now, because Hypno has a shield advantage here, this is very good for me. Shadow Ball does not take out the Alolan Marowak, but I'm going to be able to Confusion this thing down. I will shield this up. They bait me for some reason. They were only going to get to one move anyways. Out comes the Machamp. I'm going to throw this Thunder Punch to chip it down, and these Confusions are doing so much damage to this Shadow Machamp. If this is Rock Slide, it is enough to take me out, but it's only Cross Chop and I survive it, and then down goes the Machamp. Good game there. Oh, this is a wild game right here. So again, Alolan Raichu in the lead. I'm just going to stay in here. Obviously, my Blastoise needs to avoid this. And I'm able to sneak in an extra confusion here. I know this is going to be a wild charge, so I do shield it up, and then my opponent dips out. I bring in Blastoise here. And this is going to be a Stone Edge for sure. So this is a questionable shield. That's actually a really bad shield. And then they're able to get to another. Oh man, this game was terrible. They get to a Rock Blast. I do survive, and I have all this energy, which is nice. But I'm out of shields. Raichu's going to come in and farm me down. I need to get these shields back. So I'm going to throw a Hydro Cannon here. It gets shielded. I'm able to get to another Hydro Cannon. That's really good for me. They let that go, and then it's a Magneton in the back. So I'm going to bring in my Snorlax. Now check this out. I'm thinking, okay, I can tank this. It is a Zap Cannon. It's a Zap Cannon, and it completely one-shots me. And here, my opponent makes an unbelievable call, calls my Thunder Punch bait. If I would have landed the Shadow Ball there, it would have been game over. And then I guess I could have fully fast moved down there. And no, they were going to get to the Zap Cannon anyways. So the Zap Cannon absolutely shreds my entire back line. Very good game to my opponent there. That was brutal. Hypno Mirror Match again. Always assume that they have Shadow Ball. I feel like it's kind of risky to bait in this Mirror Match because Hypno can technically survive a Shadow Ball. So we're both just going straight for it. They make a really nice catch into their Alolan Muck here. Very nice. But I'm just going to bring Blastoise on this. And the Alolan Muck beats me to this move, unfortunately. It's just a Dark Pulse, so I can overfarm. I could have overfarmed a little bit there. So I undercharged this a little bit to get a little bit more Water Gun. Should have undercharged it more. They bring out Lapras. So you're going to see just how much of a powerhouse Blastoise is against this Lapras matchup. Water Gun is doing far more damage than Ice Shard is. And Hydro Cannon is a much better move than Surf. This Lapras has to Skull Bash me if it wants to take me out. Okay, it Skull Bashes me. Fine by me. They still have Hypno. So all I need to do is get my Snorlax aligned with that Hypno, which I'm going to be able to do. And this is looking very, very positive for me. I think I let this go. It's just a Surf. I tank that easily. Out comes the Hypno. I save the Thunder Punch, and I'm going to bring out my Snorlax here. If they're running Focus Blast somehow, this is really bad for me. But luckily, it's just a Thunder Punch. And these Body Slams do add up for sure. Body Slam takes out the Hypno. Out comes the Lapras again. Just going straight Body Slam here. Not getting fancy at all. Don't want to debuff myself. And the lick damage is really adding up. This Lapras is in a terrible spot, and I'm able to fast move it down. Good game. Hypno and a Pidgeot. This is totally fine because Hypno does have Thunder Punch here. I think I make a huge mistake in this matchup, though. They get an extra gust through, even though I'm trying to do the fast move denial. That's very unfortunate for me. If this is a Brave Bird, it's obviously going to take me out. So I shield it up. It's just an Aerial Ace. That feels bad. Out comes Magneton, and I throw a Shadow Ball on this. And then I think I bring in Snorlax. I'm a little scared of a Zap Cannon again, but I'm just going to risk it. Alright, it's just a Magnet Bomb. Oh my gosh, that still does so much damage. I'm going straight for the Superpower. And they don't shield, so I'm able to take it out. They have a Doug Trio in the back. This thing, it's either running Mud Shot or Mud Slap. Mud Bomb is enough to take me out. It's a look at that thing. So I'm just going to be able to bring out Blastoise on this, and they leave the game. I appreciate the spice there, though. Doug Trio hype. Okay, terrible lead. I'm just going to immediately switch into Snorlax. And it's hard punished by a Machamp. And I'm not able to get this Body Slam off. Really terrible scenario. I think this is just like complete hard counters with this team comp here. I have to farm this all the way down. I know I'm going to get hit by a rock slide. It does a lot of damage, obviously. I know the Alolan Muck is going to come back in. I need to throw this Thunder Punch to try to run out the clock a little bit. But this is pretty hard counters to my team here. I should have maybe stored this energy. My switch clock is up. At this point, I just have to let Hypno go and hope that whatever's in the back, Blastoise has some play against. I bring in Blastoise, and it's a Shadow Beedrill in the back. There's nothing I could do here because these poison jabs are just doing too much damage, unfortunately. Even if I were to like double shield and try to farm down, it's just not, the charge moves are outpacing me. So I just let this go and concede the match at this point. Good game to my opponent. Pretty much nothing I could do there. Very solid hard counters. I think this is the last battle in the video. If you're still watching this, shout out to you. Alright, against this Dragonite, I'm able to sneak in an extra confusion, which is huge. The Dragonite gets to Dragon Claw at around the same time that I throw 3 confusions. They switch into Hypno. They almost caught a Thunder Punch, but I do throw the Shadow Ball, and then I switch in Snorlax onto this. The lick damage is so nice here. Over farming here a lot. Ideally, if I can come out of this with a move store, that's really good for me. I'm wondering if this Hypno has Focus Blast, and that's just a risk I'm going to have to take. It's just Thunder Punch, fine by me. I'm just going to throw this Body Slam and guarantee that I win switch here, because I don't want my Blastoise queued up against that Dragonite. Out comes the Dragonite. The lick damage is still doing a lot here. It's going to take, I think, barely more than 1 confusion to take this thing out. The confusion goes through. I commit my last shield here on the Dragon Claw. It's a Lapras in the back, so I store that energy and then I switch into Blastoise here. So Blastoise, down a shield, down energy. Let's see how it's going to perform here. I need to throw these Hydro Cannons before my opponent gets off the Skull Bash. I don't know why they didn't shield that Surf right there. It did or that Hydro Cannon. It did a lot of damage. This Water Gun is really adding up. I'm going to throw another Hydro Cannon here. They're going to have to shield. And they can't even Ice Shard me down. Blastoise is a little bit too tanky, so I'm going to be able to take this game here. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you appreciate the content, and feel free to let me know down below in the comments section what sort of content you would like to see for this wild week of Go Battle League. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.